I heard again today some concerns about the gender pay gap, and I understand that concern. But you know, in this case, we're trying to essentially address a gender survival gap. You know, there's whether or not these children survive or not, and unfortunately, across the world, one of the most lethal phrases that you can imagine anymore is "it's a girl." And I wonder, you know, there was a famous Democrat running for president, Mr. Humphrey, that said, you know, that society will be judged by how it treats those in the dawn of life, those in the shadows of life, and those in the twilight of life. And you say something along those lines in your testimony: a nation will be judged on how they protect the most vulnerable of their society. In your opinion, how well have we done that?
Thank you, Chairman Franks. You know, in my opinion, we are living, you know, in a moral crisis. We're living in a place where, you know, I'm 100% at the place where many of the other members already talked about, hey, we want to make sure that we talk about equal pay. We want to make sure that we are taking care of many of the people and having these concerns that we are closing the pay equity gap and making sure that we are taking care of women from their health care needs and an assortment of issues. But to answer your question directly, we are at a place where I don't think we've done well in allowing the most unprotected to have protections. And that's that child that's preborn. That's that child that's in the mother's womb. That should not be the most dangerous place for a child. Now, interesting enough, many people say, and they talk regularly, and I hear this all the time, especially being a male, about, well, I'm taking away a woman's right. And I hear that. But I'll say this: I so appreciate the right that I had to be born. And I don't think any person here would ever say that they are mistaking or they are sorrowful about being able to be born, being able to have constitutional protections given to them. And I think that's where we are today in saying we need to make sure that we're taking care of those that are most vulnerable in society, and that they should have those protections and that they should be taken care of, and that is the preborn. So thank you for this legislation.